Hello darlings, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for this makeup tutorial. I'm so excited. I haven't posted a makeup tutorial in almost 3 years, and I figured I'd come out with a bang. So if you want to find out how to achieve this look, stay tuned. I'll meet you back at my vanity. Alrighty, as always, I am starting with my contouring, blush, and eyebrows done. So we're gonna get right into the eye look, starting off with priming. Now I prime using a special mixture that I make right on the spot using my base foundation, which is Rimmel London Stay Matte Foundation in Porcelain Ivory, and some of the NYX white eyeshadow base. Start by taking a bit of the white shadow base and put that on the back of my hand. Then I take some of my foundation and put a little bit of the foundation next to that. Then I just use my e.l.f. concealer brush to mix them together. And I start by priming and cleaning up right underneath the eyebrow so it's nice and graphic, and blending down. And then using my middle finger, I'm just going to blend that down over the eyelid. Next, I'm going to start setting that highlight and doing the eyeshadow next to the brow. I'm going to be using the I Heart Chocolate palette from Revolution Cosmetics. And the first shade that I'm going to use, I can't remember what it's called exactly, but it's this matte sort of creamy ivory color. And I'm going to set right underneath the brow, almost to the center. And I'm going to use a flat shadow brush for that. Next, I'm going to take this sort of beige, sort of creamy, sort of, I don't know, like a warm beigey color underneath it. I'll put all the product or the shade names in the title bar because I can't remember. I just sort of like use them. I can't remember what the names are. But yeah, we're going to use that shade, and we're going to go in to the center and contour the nose with it and then blend up and out. Also, this flat brush that I was using is from like a gift set that I got for Christmas. I don't actually know what the brand is. But then we're going to take an EcoTools fluffy brush and we're just going to buff out the contour of the nose and this part. I don't know what it's called. Beautiful. So then we're going to take that same flat shadow brush and we're going to go in with this sort of chocolatey brown color here. And we're going to carve out a sort of, we're not going to carve out a crease, but we're going to draw about the shape of a crease, if that makes sense. You'll see it. And we're also going to take that same color and bring it right underneath the lash line. Then we're going to take that same EcoTools fluffy brush and buff that out. Next, we are going to take our concealer brush and that little primer mixture that we made, and we're just going to do a little bit of a cut crease right at the top and just bring it down so it's just sort of like this single sort of beam of light in the center of the eye. So I like to do this weird thing where I sort of look down and then look straight up so that my eyes crease and I know where that line is, where it creases. So when I make the new crease, there's no chance of like stamping or smudging. So I just do that, and then I see where it stamps, and then I use that as the top line of my new crease. So then I just create a little bit of a crease here, and then I make sure that it's smooth by just tapping it with my finger. Then I'm just gonna blend the edges a little bit so it's not so stark. Next, I'm gonna go in with a sort of really, really dark, almost brown black. And for that, I'm going to use the Smoked palette from Urban Decay, and the shade is Backdoor. It's this very, very deep brown black. Technically I think it's just brown, but it reads as almost black, and it's perfect for a sort of neutral smoke like this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna deepen the outer edges here up into the new highlight, and then in the inner corner as well. There we go, we're just deepening that smoke a little bit. And then, like always, we're just gonna blend that out a little bit. Beautiful. Then we're going to set that highlight shade. We're going to be doing a silver glitter today, so I want something nice and super neutral to set it with. So we're just going to do a really bright pearlescent white. And this is the Golden Bar Chocolate Bar palette from Revolution Cosmetics. And they have this incredible sort of pearlescent white here that we're going to use. And we're going to use the flat brush and just set that highlight in the center of the eye. And what you want to do is you want to start with your product at the very center line, and then just use that brush to sort of move it around on the outside so it sort of dissipates. There we go. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little of the inner corner highlight just so I don't forget it. I'm just going to take the tiniest bit of that primer that we made, and we're just going to clean up that edge in the inner corner and just really brighten up that inner corner. And then I'm going to take this dome brush, and we're going to go back in with the chocolate palette. And the chocolate palette has this really great sort of pinky highlight that we're just going to use to brighten up the inner corner. Then before we do the glitter, we're going to want to line the eyes, because the last thing you want to do is put the glitter on and then grind that glitter into your bare eyeball when you put the waterline in. And so I am terrified of doing that to myself. So to avoid that, I just do my waterline first. And I'm using Infalible liner in shade Carbon Black from L'Oreal Paris. Now it's time for glitter. I'm going to be using cosmetic glitter from NYX Cosmetics. This is just their Glitter Brilliance in silver. And I'm going to be using e.l.f. glitter primer to do this. I don't even know if they make this anymore. They were just having like a huge sale of this at like Dollar Tree like 6 years ago. And I bought a bunch of tubes and they last forever. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the primer. You can also use the NYX glitter primer. That one works really well. But I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Use my middle finger to sort of spread it out a little bit so it's a little thinner and more pliable. And then I'm just going to dot it right on the center of the eyelids. Then while that is getting a little tackier, I'm going to take my flat shadow brush, make sure there's no shadow on it anymore. Oops. And then I'm just going to take some of the glitter and dump it into the lid. Careful, this is going to get a little messy. And then, so this is going to look really weird, but when I put makeup on, I like to tilt my head so that when it falls away from my face. So I'm just going to dip into that glitter and press it in where we put our glue. Beautiful. So yeah, that minimizes glitter fallout if you just tilt your head. Awesome. Love that. Next part is a little nerve-wracking. We're going to be doing eyeliner. First, I'm going to get the glitter out of my lashes. That is not where glitter belongs. And I'm just going to do a classic cat eyeliner. I like to start by doing just a thick line across the top, doing the tail, connecting it, and filling it in. That's just the technique that I've used this whole time. This one is the Lineur Intense from L'Oreal, I believe in Carbon Black. Yeah, also in Carbon Black. Super, super great staying power, really inexpensive. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Not bad. So then I'm just going to do a quick pass with my fan just to sort of dry the liquid. Now, while that is finishing up drying, I'm going to go stack my lashes and put them on off camera, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I just finished stacking my lashes. They are currently drying. So while that is going on, I'm going to do my lips. Now we're going to do what I call my classic burlesque lip, and that is a bright ruby red glitter lip. Now when I used to do this, I liked to use a cream lipstick, and I still do that sometimes, but I've been really into this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink lipstick, and it really holds on to the glitter super, super well. So I'm going to be using that today. And this is in shade Pioneer, number 20. It's a cool red and it works so well. It's my favorite red lipstick ever, even better than any other red I've ever used. I've been using this for years now. Pretty much like shortly after I filmed my last tutorial, I switched to this one and I'm hooked. So I'm going to start just by doing my lips just regularly with this lipstick. So the lipstick is done, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this little mini, you can see I've used this for this a lot, but this is just a little mini travel taper blending brush from Eco Tools, and it works so perfectly against the contour of the lips. And I'm going to take, this is not cosmetic glitter, and I don't recommend using non-cosmetic glitter, so do as I say, not as I do. But this is Tinsel embossing powder. It's just extra fine glitter, and I got this from Michaels. It's from their brand called Recollection, and it's in shade Ruby. So I'm just going to take this little brush, I'm just going to press the glitter into the lipstick. The lips are done. God, I cannot get over just a classic glitter red lip, especially for me. It's one of my favorite things. It's just one of those things that really gets me in the zone to perform. And my makeup is almost completely done. I just have one more step, and that is mascara. This is Maybelline Lash Stiletto mascara. I love it because it looks like a little heel. And this is waterproof, so it stands the test of stage sweating. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend my lashes with my falsies using this mascara. Alrighty, we are all done. This is the completed makeup look. Now I will meet you at the venue for the final reveal. See you there. Well, this is the final look. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. I had so much fun making it. I hope you had fun watching it. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my alternate channel. I'll link that in the description. Please go ahead and click that little bell icon so you can get notified every time I post a new video. And thanks again. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, babies.